What's good, YouTube? Brett6781 here. So I was able to pick up an Oculus Rift dev kit. I know, withhold your amazing amount of jealousy, but anyways, I thought instead of doing the TF2 as first game that I'd be playing on it, I actually went ahead and loaded up Black Mesa, the source mod that takes the original storyline and everything from the first Half-Life game and imports it into a source mod based game. So, I loaded up an older save. I haven't played this game since like December of 2012. But I guess it's time to go through Vent Crawling Simulator. These particle effects right here were really cool. Some grenades. Oh, and when things jump at you inside these vents, it actually scares the living shit out of you. And I jumped a couple times. And then you get to ledges like this, and you look down, and there's just this sense of, oh shit, I'm about to fall off a massive ledge. When you're playing a game like this on just a normal 2D screen, you really don't get the whole sense of scale, you know, that these games are made in. Just to you, you're just a floating camera sitting about 6 feet off the ground looking around. But when you're actually wearing the Oculus, you feel like you're actually standing there in the game, able to look around and everything. Looking up too is just an amazing feeling. You can totally get the vast scope of scale when you're inside, just looking up or down. And then here I'm just hanging on by the thread of the ladder, and if I jump down, it might hurt a bit. Yep. I love how the source engine regulates getting hurt on the Oculus. Like your entire field of view goes red, flashes red, and then you get the little red bars along the side. It really gives you a sense that some damage is happening to you. Just pick up random shit all over the place. The only unfortunate part is that the scrolling through for the guns and everything like that, you can't tell what you're scrolling through to, so it's just a hit or miss based on what's in the till for the numbers wise in terms of the guns. When you're on this little train car right here running stuff over like that, you really get a sense of speed too. That whole speed factor is really apparent inside the train car here. Because when you're moving through, things are just coming at you all over the place. On a 2D screen, it's like, okay, I can kind of just see it coming off in the distance. But on the Oculus, with its 3D effects, it just looks like it's coming straight at you. Same thing with that car right there when we wrecked. Here's where the radiation starts up. This whole atmosphere inside this this chamber, with all the electrical going off, all the radioactive wires or radioactive ponds and fog and smoke and stuff, it really gives you a feeling like you're actually sitting there inside a big subway tunnel or something like that. And then when you're sitting out over these ledges and everything like that, you look around and it just seems huge, absolutely huge. This little cave tunnel thing right here, honestly, it'd be about the size of a large stadium if you were to actually look at it, just being a standard person. That just doesn't come across when you're using a mouse and keyboard and just 2D screens. But in the Oculus, it's freaking massive. I'm just looking around while on the ladder because that's just a fun feeling. Fortunately, ladders have always been kind of broken in source mod. And then I got a habit of accidentally firing my gun when I'm about to die, or think I'm about to die. Just looking around and everything. These pipes too, it's just, you get this sense that your head is about to scrape against the ceiling of the pipe and everything like that. When that green plasma stuff flies at you too, it just scares the living shit out of you. Looking at the pond full of radiation. Seems yummy. Yeah, see, you just gotta scroll through and pick whatever it is that you're looking for. You don't really have any control over, or you can't really see the menu for scrolling through the different guns you have in your inventory. Picking up stuff is really fun too, because you can get a good detailed view of it. And when you get out on these ledges right here, it feels like you're on a balance beam, basically. Dodging stuff like that. Like when those came at you, it felt like it was coming at 1,000 miles per hour. 30%. Yes. Obligatory teabag there. See, this room right here is freaking massive. If you've ever gone to Oakland Coliseum in San Francisco, I've gone there for a lot of Warriors games and things like that. This entire section right here of the... Oh, yeah, and then I kind of fell. And I was just basically running around, frying myself for a while. But this entire chamber here, it's basically like if you were sitting on the court floor of the Oakland Coliseum looking around. It's absolutely huge. I think I got almost killed by that. Yeah, see, it's just absolutely massive. It just doesn't come across on a 2D screen, and the 3D that the Rift has is just so much different than those glasses they have in the theater, or even like 3D screens that you can buy, you know. It's just the individuality of each eye being presented one solid piece compared to the other one makes it so you actually have a depth perception that's way better than anything I've seen in any game before. So this part sucked. I was low on health, and I decided it'd be fun to kill all these f***ing. Next time though, I went kind of stealth mode. With the resolution the Rift has, and the fact that Source Mod doesn't have a like a rectangle that will center across across the two screens inside the rift, inside the rift, you have this dual rectal, and you just gotta aim between the two of them. You don't get like a center one or anything like that. So it's basically one eye sees one and the other side sees another, and they're kind of like next to each other, but they don't line up. So there's a space in the middle, like directly in the middle, where you're supposed to actually shoot with. And then you just look over these ledges and you get this sense of like like almost a fear of heights. Doors opening like that and going around corners when the head crab zombies come out, it's just fucking crazy.
You must fire the rocket engine. Destroy the damned thing before it gets any larger.
This literally scared the shit out of me right here. That's another thing. When you're standing next to NPCs or NPCs are talking to you, they're literally looking into your eyes, and you're basically at level height with them. It feels like you're actually having a conversation. And that's one of the things I've noticed that developers are really starting to take into account, is at least with Chris Roberts in the Star Citizen game, he's going to be adding, if you have an Oculus Rift, a feature that will make it so that NPCs, if you're talking to them or they're talking to you, and you're not paying attention to them, they'll think that you don't think they're important. So you have to actually look at them and make eye contact with them when you're talking to them. So here's that part from Half-Life where you have to actually fight the giant tentacle monster, like some crazy Japanese hentai. The thing about it is that when you're fighting that, every single like arm that comes down near you, and when you see it just swinging at you, it just scares the living shit out of you. And then the door opens and we go ahead and go out. Oh. Got pit crab zombies everywhere. And you see that if I was playing normally with just a monitor, I'd be able to hit that every single shot, no problem, but because I have to aim between two rectals and it's not like a single one that I can aim for, it gets a little bit more challenging. So looking around inside these hallways and everything too, is you're able to look around the corners and everything, see stuff. It's pretty crazy. Jumping off these ledges too is really fun because it gives you a sense of actually falling. And then when you get up close with the rift, you can actually see details that you normally wouldn't otherwise, like the insides of that guy's head. It's pretty gross. And then probably the best thing for me at least is, because I have no fear of heights myself, but just to be able to slide down a ladder like this and looking down the entire time, it just gives you a complete feeling of almost like you're flying, or almost like you're actually descending a really tall ladder, you know? And then, of course, I die. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this little demo of Black Mesa on the Oculus Rift. The only real problem this thing has is just the resolution that's going to be solved here with the HD Rift, and the consumer version will have, in addition to the normal head tracking, it'll have actual location tracking for it too. So if you push forward to look at something or move back to look at something, it will actually move back in-game with you. Yes, that's my demo of the Black Mesa on the Oculus Rift. If you guys want to know how I did it, go ahead and check the description, and I'll see you guys later.